Well, as Africa Month is being celebrated, many countries on this continent go to the polls. In fact, this year in the SADC region, South Africa will be followed by Malawi and Botswana.
The Organization of African Unity was formed to unite the continent. Leaders gathered in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, to witness the launch of the continental body. The aim to liberate countries from colonial rule. This was achieved after years of struggle. South Africa, the last country to be liberated. To deal with the new challenges, the OAU was transformed into the AU, the fresh mandate to ensure the development of the continent. Today, many believe Africa has a bright future.
From the Erg Chebi in the ancient Sahara Desert to the mountain highlands of Virunga to the savanna grasslands of the Masai Mara and to the place at the southern tip of our continent where the Indian and the Atlantic Ocean meet in a confluence of beautiful water activity. 135 World Heritage Sites are in Africa, from Aksum in Ethiopia to the city of Timbuktu in Mali and to the Great Zimbabwe.
South Africa will take over the rotational chairmanship of the AU next year.
As the global citizens that we all are, we are physically in many ways separated by a number of things, by boundaries and by borders, and these separate us from each other. But we are, however, united in our affinity and our love for this great continent, Africa, the cradle of our humanity and the cradle of humankind. It is Africa's status as the mother continent, as the home to some of the oldest hominids, fossils, and some of the world's most unique biodiversity that makes this wonderful continent a prime tourist destination. And I'm glad that there are so many from 80 countries who are here who recognize precisely what Africa has to offer. We all know that we have majestic mountains and smiling hills. Some of those hills were seen by Nelson Mandela, and he described them so vividly in his book when he said he has traveled a long journey and he has gone up a hill and he is now resting a little bit and looking at the vista. But he said also in his wonderful book, Long Journey to Freedom, that as I sit on this hill, I look out at the beautiful vista, but I also know that I still have long journey to walk and many more hills to climb.
It promised to continue pursuing peace and stability with a strong focus on growing the economy of Africa. Sophie Mkweli, SABC News, Johannesburg.